Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to continue with data binding library, and I'm going to use data binding in Android to set the content view of an activity and bind an object to the layout. So the main purpose of this video is to bind objects to the layout. I want from you to focus with me. Here, I'll create a new data class and I'll name it as a vehicle. This vehicle class takes two arguments in its constructor. Val model year, it's of type string, and val name, it's of type string. And let's go back to the main activity. And here I'm going to create a new object of this class and access one of these attributes. I'll create var vehicle1 equals to vehicle, and here set the model year and the string. Here the model year is 2024 and the name Mercedes. I'm going to get rid of this and set v1 dot I'm accessing the name. Okay, if I run the project now, and here we go, this application is reading from this object and setting the text of the text view for the name attribute of the v1 object. But there is a very important concept here that I should mention. Using data binding, I can bind this object to the layout directly without interfering with text view programmatically. What I mean with this? First of all, to bind objects to your layout in data binding, I need to create a data field here in the layout. I'll start under the layout, and before any view, any widget, any layout, I should start with the data field. Here, data and the closing tag of the data, and I'll start declaring a variable. This is a key part of the Android data binding library, allowing you to associate data with your layout. The data section is a special XML block of code in your layout file used for data binding. It allows you to declare variables that can be bound to your data model in the associated activity or fragment. The variable element inside the data section, you use variable element to declare a variable that will be used in your layout. And in this case, I'll name my variable my vehicle. And the type attribute specifies the fully qualified class name, including package of the type of the data that this variable represents. And in this case, I start with master coding dot data binding app dot what is the type of the variable? It's of type vehicle class. I am referring for this class inside this package. So you need to specify the whole package and then specify the name of the class. Again, guys, the type of this variable is com.mastercoding.databindingapp.vehicle. I am referring for this class. The name of the variable is my vehicle. The type is vehicle. By declaring this variable in the layout, you are telling the data binding library that you expect to bind an object of type com.mastercoding.databindingapp.vehicle to the layout, and you'll reference this object as my vehicle within the layout. Here, I'm going down to the text view, and instead of using text directly, I am going to use a new annotation that it is specific for data binding, which is at curly braces, and I'll access the variable my vehicle. And what we need to get from this my vehicle, I need to get the name, and you can access the model year, but I'm going to access the name. You can see this annotation is specific for the data binding. I'll start with at sign, curly braces, specify the variable name and the attribute. And you notice that nothing happened here because you need to run the app at first to generate the class of data binding and to access my vehicle.name attribute and set it to this text. Back to the main activity. Now I can get rid of this binding.textView.text. But there is a very important note here that I should mention it. I need to use and connect this variable in Kotlin file with the variable that we created in the XML file. And to link this variable with this variable that we created in KT files and Kotlin files, I need to use binding dot vehicle, my vehicle equals to v1. So this variable that we created now is linked to this variable in the layout file. Let's run our application, and congratulations guys, we're getting the name from v1, associating this variable to this variable in the layout. So I'm linking this object v1 to this variable in layout. So any change here in the name of v1 will be automatically reflected in the UI updates and changes. If I change it to BMW, run the application, and you can see that it is directly reflected without the need to set for the new text. So here you can see guys that I'm no longer use the findViewById method, and I'm no longer using the binding.textView.text attribute. I am connecting the vehicle variable to this vehicle variable in the layout. This is the power of data binding. And don't miss, in the next videos, I'm going to show you more and more about the data binding features.